I've always been kind of scared to go out into society and show people myself. Um, I've always been very self conscious and not very confident. Um, Sometimes I feel like I don't even know how to be like a person, you know? Like I don't actually know how to be human. I don't know. And I'm scared to go out because, I always feel judged. Um, but, I've never really been the type of guy to give up, I don't think. So I do it and try to expose myself. And, something I've always really tried to ingrain in my conscience is that, nobody really cares. Everybody's got their own life to worry about. Nobody really cares what you look like, what you do. And I've also um, kind of come to realize that, being awkward is a part of life, I think. Everybody's awkward. It just depends on how you handle it. I think the best way to handle it is just move on. Don't make it a big deal. Whatever. As long as you get the job done, who cares? Every interaction you have with somebody, nobody's gonna remember it in a week, in a month. Maybe the next day they'll think about it. They'll think about how weird you looked, how awkward you were. But at the end of the day, you're not really a part of their life. That who cares? They're not gonna memorize you. But it's hard. It's not easy. Oh, it's not easy to think about that stuff, because you always want to be the best version of yourself. Um, and that's hard. It's really hard. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of climbing, a lot of support. I feel like in my life I don't have a lot of support. And maybe I'm wrong because, I have my family and they'll always support me. Um, but I don't want them to really worry about me. I wish that they didn't. I wish that, I could do whatever I wanted to without them being affected. But I know they care about me. Probably. Probably more than I care about myself. Um, Maybe that's a lie as well. I've been working on myself a lot recently, trying to get ready to go to college. Um, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I lie about stuff for some reason. I don't know yet. I've tried thinking about it, but I can't really come up with a reason. Um, I don't know. I feel like there's some part of me that's trying to convince me to do something, you know. But I mean, I fight it and I call it out and I keep going, keep moving on. It's hard. It's never easy. It's never easy. Just gotta keep on fighting. Life hasn't been very enjoyable for me, I don't think. I feel like I haven't had a real connection with somebody in so long. And ever, maybe. Maybe I never have. That's all I want. Just somebody to look at me different, to care. What's going on in my life. I have my family, but I don't want them to worry about me. I feel like they've maybe done enough already. And the rest up's to me. But I need some support, and I don't have it. But I keep going, and I keep trying to find that support. You know, it's hard. I don't think I was really born attractive. Um, and I've just been trying to find what I think can make me attractive. But I don't think I found it. I don't know when I'll find it, or if I'll ever find it. Or if I don't even know what being attractive means. You know, I feel like there's two sides to there's the physical, but there's also like an emotional attractiveness. Being confident, being all the stuff that I'm trying to be, but it's really hard. It's really hard. But I'm still here. I haven't given up. Maybe the only reason I haven't given up is just because I got nothing else to do. And I don't like being bored. It only makes things worse, really. The only time that I can be comfortable is, maybe at work or just when I'm busy, when I can feel accomplished about myself or just accomplished. Um, I feel like I'm worth something. I feel worthless a lot of times. I don't know if I'm going to post this one because I'm feeling pretty bad. But I don't know. Maybe somebody out there can understand, can relate. And maybe one day I'll find somebody. You know, I don't think I'll ever give up. I got too many people that care about me, my family. I have a little brother, and I couldn't do that to him. To my stepmom, to my regular mom, my grandma, my sister. My aunt. I couldn't do that to him. Maybe I could if they didn't care, but they do. So I'm still going, still trying to find somebody. Maybe it's a lot easier than I think it is. Maybe I'm just not doing the right thing. But it hasn't been very easy so far. Um, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what there is to do. I'm just taking day by day, week by week. I feel like I live my life in weeks. Days are just too fast. You blink, you do some one thing and they're gone. The only thing I really do these days is play my guitar, maybe read a little bit, try to go do something in the real world. Um, Part of me kind of wishes I was more lonely. I feel like there's two ends. You either have what is going on, but you either have whatever you want, whoever you want to talk to. Everybody always wants to talk to you, or you just have nothing. And, I feel like it's easier to have one of those than to be somewhere in the middle, where you have desire and just enough to keep you from doing something that you might regret. I don't know. I feel like life is maybe easier when nobody really cares about you. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody looks at you. I feel like maybe it's easier. I always had this fantasy of just having a hoodie on and some shorts and just walking down the street in the middle of the night. Just walking, going somewhere. Maybe somewhere important. Maybe you're just trying to waste the time. I don't know.